welcome to the National Association of Black Women in Construction Investment Club monthly meeting. Today is the 2nd of October, 2025. My name is Ann McNeil, and I'll turn it over to our illustrious president, Sharon Jackson.
Okay, thank you so much for that, Ann. And again, thank you for everyone that is participating this evening. Ann has already said that this is our monthly meeting of the Nabwic Investment Club. So we are going to open up a call to a call meeting to order, and we're going to start the meeting with a blessing. So, is there anyone here that would like to initiate the blessing to start this meeting off? Alrighty then, so I'll do it. So, dear most heavenly Father, as always, we give you glory and we give you honor for another day for blessing, another day to be able to operate underneath your protection, underneath your glory, to be able to receive the download of wisdom and guidance. We ask for it, dear Father, that you not only bless us, but you move forward for us to be a blessing to the environment that we're in. That you would give us greater understanding for us to be a change agent in every environment that we increase. And we also ask that you be in this meeting, in our minds and our thinking, and as we communicate with one another, and give us that great understanding of how to understand stock, making money that makes money, so that we as operate as a filter, that we use the money to bless the environment that we're in. We ask all things, dear Father, in the blessed name of our big brother, Jesus Christ. Amen. Amen. Okay, thank you so much for that. Now, we are going to do a roll call of first of our members, please, and then we will ask for a roll call of our guest so that we can take attendance. So, members, will you please go through roll call? Obviously, Sharon Jackson, I'm here.
Ann McNeil, present.
Carolyn Medes.
I think
Nicole Allen. I'm sorry, Nicole Allen, present.
Okay, thank you so much. So that means all members are present and accounted for. Now we'd like to go through our guests, particularly our potential members. Can we please do a roll call, come off mute, and do the roll call for our guests, please?
Good evening, everyone. This is Margaret Gashlin, South Florida.
Zelda Okia, Milwaukee, Wisconsin.
Uchenna Nabwic, I'm based in DC, Washington, DC.
Is that everyone?
I believe so.
Okay, so that looks like everyone. Now, guest, I want to make sure that you understand, we've already said that this is our monthly general meeting. We're going to be discussing stock. We're going to be looking at the stock that's on our stock watchers list. And what's very important for you to know is this, because we're members of Better Investing, our whole purpose is for education. So we'll be reviewing stocks, but we'll be doing this in an educational manner, right? We're not endorsing stocks. We're not suggesting that you go out and buy stocks. This is for educational purposes only. We just want to make sure that we put that out there. Okay, so now we have received the agenda in our email, and I believe that we're even reviewing the agenda on on screen. So can members please, we take approve the agenda as it is?
I'd like to make a motion that we approve the agenda as presented.
Awesome. Do we have a second to Nicole's recommendation? Motion?
Carolyn made a second.
Awesome. Thank you. Is there any discussion on that motion? Awesome. All members present say aye.
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 Okay, and I didn't hear Ann.
Aye.
Awesome. Thank you so much for that. And I say aye also. So we have a majority. We are going to approve the minutes. Now let's please have the secretary's report.
Absolutely. The secretary's report was sent out to all members and I didn't get any feedback. So I'm asking at this time, will we accept the minutes as were sent out?
Okay, so do we have a recommendation to accept the secretary's report of the minutes?
Yes, I'd like to make a motion to accept the secretary's report as provided.
Okay, awesome. Thank you so much. Do we have a second to that?
And McNeil second.
Thank you so much, Ann. And so is there any discussion? All right, then let's go ahead and take a vote. All in favor, say aye, please.
Aye.
Aye.
Do we have any nays? Awesome. So minutes are accepted. Thank you so much for your hard work, Dorita. Now
Thank you.
we will hear our treasurer's report.
Carolyn, do you need to share your screen?
Do you have it that you can share? Okay, I will try to share my screen. 1 moment, let me
Okay.
find. I thought I opened it. 1 second. I think I accidentally closed it. 1 moment.
Carolyn, I'm sharing your report. Can you see this or
Not
does it
yet.
need to be not yet?
On the screen, it says Carolyn has started screen sharing.
Mm.
There you go.
You see my screen?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so this report is as of September 30th, 2025. Total received to date with membership $1,075.00. The assessment to date is $1,233.54. We have an expense to date is $6,576.22. We have advance payment of $232.16. And when we look, we had a beginning balance of $4,594.25. The deposit for the through September 30th, 2005.40.17, where the withdrawal of the $6,576.22, leaving us with a total balance in TD Bank of $558.70. And when we look up here, let me move the
Are you still speaking, Carolyn, or?
Think I went on mute. I have no
Yeah.
idea why. Sorry. So
Okay.
where did I left off? So the
You were
total,
going in the upper right-hand corner with
okay,
TD
so
Bank.
let's go with the total cash as of September 30th, not 31st. It's 4,009.28.95. Our accounts payable, it's $4,030.17. And our portfolio as of September 30th, 2025 is $19,536.39. Any questions?
I did have a question about the assessment.
Mm-hmm.
I guess barring the payouts, the member withdrawals, as it relates to the expenses. Do you know or remember if that value is going to put us right around 1,200 for the assessed value that we have, the 1,233? It
Yes,
looks like we might be right on par with that. So I just wanted to get a confirmation.
yes, that was taken into account if when we had to pay out. So yes, that was taken into the account. And
Okay.
the calculation also, when doing a payout, if you have expenses that is due, you have to make sure and deduct the expenses that is due and then pay out the rest because they were responsible for certain things and we paying it out. So that's a calculation that is done.
Do you have any idea what those expenses were as it relates to the payout?
The expenses will be just like we know of the
Because I see the
the
cashier's check fee. I understand that.
those cashier's check fee are for the payout that we did. Remember, we did 2 payouts already for the year, and you have to
Right.
use the cashier's check. So we will have a fee because you see it have two $8 if you look at it, it's $16 and that's sort of payout that the 2 payouts that we made for the year. The expenses that we have is for the iClub. We have to pay
Oh,
we have to pay the accountants, the CPA to get our taxes done at the end of the year. So those are things that need to be paid. So that will be also deducted. And then the difference goes to the when we're doing the payout. Right.
right.
So as you
Okay.
see that we have enough money to do the payout, but what happened that we never did it before, the portfolio account and our regular account, TD Bank, was never connected. So we had 2 separate banks, but they were not connected. So we cannot transfer from one to the next. So I'm actually found that out this week, and I'm working on that in order to have a transfer. Because when we move money out of the portfolio to bring it into the regular account, when it's time to do our when we need money to do investment, we have to make sure that we have a clear transaction so you can move money out from the TD Bank into the portfolio. And that is right now is 2 separate banks not speaking to each other, basically. So that's what I'm working on right now so we can have that going.
Okay.
All right.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Any other questions?
No, that was very good.
Okay, thank you so much. I will stop sharing. Thanks.
Okay, we don't need to vote on this, but do we have a motion to accept the treasurer's report?
I make a recommendation that we accept the treasurer's report.
I
Okay.
second the
Read-
motion.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. And I guess we had a lot of good discussion. Is there any more discussion? So thank you so much. I appreciate so much for all the work that you put into this. So we had a motion and we had a second. So all in favor for accepting the treasurer's report?
Aye.
Aye.
Aye. Thank you so much for that. All right, we're on to
Oh, portfolio manager's report. I'm sorry. Okay, I'm good to go. Can you guys see my screen?
yes, we can.
Okay. So we're going to start this off with our heat map. And of course, we know that the heat map can be used to create new stock ideas. Um, it also shows us actual studies from members of the better investing community. Here we have a total securities, a total portfolio, and cash at hand, which Carolyn just shared with us. Um, for this heat map, the larger the boxes, the more studies have been created. The colors range from green to yellow to red. The greener the box, the more potential for a favorable investment, and the redder the box indicates that it's less potential. We just want to emphasize that the boxes, this color of the boxes should not be used as an indicator to buy, hold, or sell stock. We're going to move right into our reports. I like to do the company size first. And so with this, we do have 16 stocks at this time. Our new stock that we purchased a couple of months ago is Melrose Properties. According to analysts, they don't really have it categorized as a small, medium, or large, but we do know that it is small because it is less than $1 billion in sales. It was company was founded in 2024. That's Melrose Place. We do have one additional small company, that's Qualis. We have 6 medium size that their sales is from 1 to 10 billion. We have 6 of those. We have 4 large companies. Their revenue larger than 10 billion, and then we have 4 mega size, which is their revenue is 200 billion or more, and we have 4 of those. We're going to take a look at our sector and industry stocks, how they fit into these categories. The cyclical super sector, we have 3 of them. Gildan, Amazon, and Lennar. Financial, we have Western Alliance and Charles Schwab. For our real estate, we have CBRE and Melrose. Our defense, which picks up health, we have Zoltis, we recently bought them, and CVS, sensitive super sector, electronic art, Disney, and Facebook. That's our entertainment and internet. Energy, oil and gas equipment, we have Cactus. And for our technology, we have Zoom and Qualys. Those are our stocks according to sector in the industry. We have one additional chart or graph we want to look at, and that's our gain and loss. Gain and loss. Wow. Right here. Our portfolio gain and loss report. Most of our stocks are doing well. We have 1 or 2 where we've lost some monies. Disney, we did sell some of that recently. We have Qualis with a negative 7.7% loss. We have Cactus, a negative 22.9% loss. And we're going to be looking at Cactus during the upcoming month over the next few weeks to see if we need to sell some of them, or if we're going to just continue to hold them. And that's my portfolio report. Carolyn did an excellent job showing us our unified report, the valuation statement. So that's it for me. Are there any questions or comments?
I have a request. At the bottom of sector and your
Sector and industry.
Yeah.
Okay, let's go there.
It's easily to see. Wait, that's right. That's right there.
Okay.
And if go down, is there another one?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So it's just easy to see when you're looking at the pie charts,
Okay.
what we are heavy in. And so
Okay.
naturally, it looks like we are very heavy in. Well, I don't really think we have too much money. It looks like it there. But we are consumer cyclical. We're at 24%. So we may want to think about that.
Okay.
And
So
then
what should that number be, Sharon?
well, it just says to be well diversified.
Mm-hmm.
So if there was a downturn in any sector, we won't, get hit as hard. So I'm just saying that we may want to look, and as we start looking at new stock, we may want to see if it's consumer cyclical, and we may want to look at another sector. That's all I'm suggesting
Okay.
to remain
Absolutely.
to remain
Absolutely.
diversified.
Yeah. So
And
not only are we looking at small, medium, large, because they have a formula for that.
yes,
25%, yeah, 25% small, 50% medium, and then there's that 25% large. Not only are we looking at that, but then we also should be looking at the sectors that we are purchasing. Is
yeah,
that correct?
just
Okay,
because it
gotcha.
says, now let me ask you,
Mm-hmm.
can you go to the size and pull up that pie chart?
Okay. There we go. Is this what you want to see?
Yeah, go down just a little. Well, see, it's nice to so you can actually see what we have,
Mm-hmm.
in the large. You can actually see. But I think the biggest thing is, it also shows the green is small.
Right.
Okay. So I'm just saying, I know that I shouldn't say I know, I've heard that many during several of the meetings that the educational meetings that BI has been holding, they're saying it's really hard to get small and good, strong, small growth companies. So they're saying that a lot of the groups are a lot more flexible on the 20, 50, and 25, 25, 50, and 25. So,
Mm-hmm.
but 3%, we probably could do better.
Yeah. Yeah.
So anyway, that's all. It's just
Okay.
easy to see when you're looking at those pie charts.
Okay. Okay. Are there other comments or questions? If not, I
Do we
can
have
stop.
any recommendation for those sectors that are yet accounted for that we may need to look at? Um, I know you mentioned a lot of them, like consumer cyclical and
Mhm.
um, technology and those things. Do we still have some outstanding sectors that maybe we could look at to support, I guess, either the mid-size category or the small category?
Now we
Any
do have two
recommendations?
two presentations today. One of them is small,
Yeah.
and one of them is medium. So perhaps one of them is financial services, and the other one is industrial. So I don't know if
Okay,
that's going to uh, fit the category of what we need or fit the industry or sector that we need. But we
okay,
can surely in the weeks to come, we can surely look at that. Keep that in mind.
Yeah, and I guess
Okay.
as we search for companies, those are the types of things that we look at. Naturally, if there's something we just absolutely have to have, we just need to go ahead and buy it. But
Yes.
as we search for new companies to buy, we
Mm-hmm.
can keep that in mind. Absolutely.
Yes. Yes. Now, I've heard comments from others about the diversification that if it is not feasible, as long as you have good quality, fast growing companies that you may not, diversification may not be as important. So I guess one hand or the other, I guess you could say. Okay, that's it. Are there any other questions or comments? I'll stop sharing.
No, I
There we
thought you did
go.
a good job. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Thank you.
Okay,
Okay.
so
Let me
is anyone going to make a recommendation to accept our portfolio manager's report?
And McNeil.
I'd like to make a recommendation to accept the portfolio manager's report as presented.
Awesome.
Oh, I'm sorry. Was that someone speaking?
Yeah, I was Ann. I think she was seconding. Did I get it right, Ann?
Oh.
Correct.
Okay, thank you so much. So we now have a motion and we have a second. Do we have any discussion on the portfolio manager? I think you did an awesome job and I think we had good discussion, but I just have to ask the question. If there's no discussion, then we will go ahead and take the vote to accept the portfolio manager's report. All in favor, say aye.
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 Okay, awesome. Are there any nays? Thank you so much for that. And thank you again. I think I said it, but Dorothy, we appreciate you a lot. All righty now.
Absolutely.
So now what's on the agenda is to discuss the stock watcher list. We started a stock watcher list, and I think we've had there's probably 5 on the list, and we're now going back. We're going back to look at what we've had on the list to start making decisions. Do we keep them? Do we go ahead and get rid of them? That's really important to continue monitoring that stock watchers list and to cut them loose or to buy them. And so Doretha's already announced those 2. The first one up is Palomar Holdings. And it's very important to always know what your stock is because I'd been looking at 2 stocks that were very similar in terms of their ticker. One was an AI company that was very much like Nice and Palomar. And when I first saw this, I thought we were talking about my AI company, who in fact was like the mafia of AI. And so anyway, this is the whole thing. Palomar is a great small company. The reason that sets them off is that they are small, as I've already indicated. I think Doretha has already told us that the industry is insurance, property casualty. The sector services is finance. It is a small size company. Now, we have 2 different um, references in terms of the financial health. Morningstar gives them a financial health of a C. Value Line, however, that doesn't do an in-depth monitoring of them gives them a financial health of B plus. So we have to keep that in mind. So what Palomar does, they first have 253 employees. It is an insurance holding company. And through its subsidiaries, the company provides specialty insurance for residential and commercial companies. It uses proprietary data analytics and technology platforms to provide its customer products with customized and granular pricing on an admitted basis. Its products are include retail agents, program administrators, wholesale brokers, and partnership with other insurance companies. Its primary lines of business are residential earthquake, commercial earthquakes, especially homeowners, inland marine, commercial all risk, and Hawaii hurricanes and residential floods. There are many others, okay, but that is it. So it's one of those small companies that's very aggressive in terms of providing its services. Now, the closing price for
PLMR today was $1 and $112.33 for today. That is a 2.21 increase just for today. Morningstar, I already told you, gave it a financial health of C, said that today's fair value actually should be $126.06. Okay. Now, the quarterly report was done in 8/22/2025. Its quarterly growth between first quarter of this year, second quarter of this year was 11%, and that is for sales. For EPS, earnings per share, the it had a from first quarter to second quarter was a 40% increase. Now I went with the sales forecast and I was going through, basically what I was reading and then the sentiments of what of SSGs that had already been done through other BI members. And they said their forecasted sales would be 27% and the forecasted earnings per share would be 16%. In doing that, hold on just a second. In doing that, it puts it in the buy range. The forecasted high price would be $308.09, and its forecasted low price would be $91. It is the upside downside is 10-1. The buy range. Hold on. Yes, the buy range is anywhere from 91 to $145. And like I said, the current stock price is this says a 109, but actually I went to the stock market today, it was like 112. So it's definitely in the buy range. I would definitely not recommend taking it off our watch list. And when we have the potential, I would do a more in-depth SSG, and my recommendation would be to buy. That's my review. Are there any questions? Now, I will say this. On here, it says the price was 155. This year, it has been as high as $155, right? And it went back down. There was a decrease, but there was a lot of discussion on that. But in looking at the discussion, there was a lot of very positive words from a lot of the reviewers, and they just said that Palomar is a very strong, very small company.
Were you sharing the SSG?
No, I did not.
Oh, okay. All right. All right. All right. Financial services.
Would you like to share? Would you like for me to stop?
I
Okay,
can share.
go ahead.
Hold on, now I got to get back to the right page. So you have a good. Oh, tell me when you can see.
Yeah, we can see it.
Okay, very
Yeah.
good. So you do have a strong track in terms of up, straight, and narrow, and you can see that the quarterly trends are also going up. All right. If they were not, we would stop right here. Okay. So the other thing I wanted to show you, since we're here, is that debt to capital has gone down. Right now, the 3-year average is a 3.7, so it's very good. Their return to equity has been kind of, it's gone down a little, but it's pretty much stable. If you go to the pre-tax profit,
it has not been going up, but it's gone up just a little. Okay. So it has been very strong. And so that's pretty much what I wanted to show you. Those are
And the
the
current
big
market
topics.
price is 109, and your buy range is what, 110?
Buy range here,
Is
according,
91 to 145. Okay.
yes,
It's a pretty good range.
yep.
Okay. Right. Should we take a motion? Are you presenting the motion to purchase? Do you have a quantity in mind?
What my motion really was is to keep it on the list and let me do a more in-depth. All I was doing was giving a quarterly report. I
Okay.
would definitely keep it on, and I would like to come back with an SSG, but definitely my recommendation is to keep it on the list. And if things continue as positive as it seems for just for my review tonight, I will make a recommendation. But I guess we would have to discuss this because we made a recommendation at our last meeting and we're still holding on that recommendation to buy 2 shares of something else. So we just need to take all things into consideration.
Okay.
Mhm.
Thank you so
Thank you.
much. Is there
Mhm.
any other questions? I'll stop sharing if not. Okay, thank you so
I
much,
did have
Jeanette.
a general question about that upside downside ratio. Can you give me a basic understanding of what that means? That
Okay.
upside downside ratio, I think it was 10.5 to 1.
What?
Yeah. So hold on just a second.
Sure.
Let me get back to the.
Nicole, you and I were thinking the same thing, 10 to 1, yes. And I think the recommendation is for a much lower ratio, three to 1, 2 to 1,
Yeah.
4 to 1.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I didn't it did. It said 10 to 1 and I'm not going to give you that. I'll give you that when I make a real presentation. How about that?
Okay. Okay.
Okay. Sure thing.
Yes. Okay, we can move to the next one, Sharon.
All
I
right,
think
very
it's
good.
Carolyn.
Carolyn.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I did not do a SSG, but I will discuss the watch list that I have, and that is Federal Signal Corporation. The ticker is FSS. The sector is industrial. The industry is pollution and treatment control. And this stock at the time when I can go back at the time when I saw this stock that brought to my attention is that when um when we had President Biden in office and we're talking about the oh, I just went blank. He was talking about, I'll get back to it. And then it's like, we need to look for a stock. That's me personal. I said, I need to look for a stock that will, no matter what happens, we will need that stock. We will need the service of the stock. And this particular company is a leading manufacturer of safety and environmental solution. And what it does, it also the core products of this is street sweeper, emergency vehicle lighting, public safety system, and industrial signaling equipment. They are serving the municipalities and the government and industrial clients and emergency services. Today, the stock, the price for it is $117.78. The last time when I did this presentation, I think it was $98 and change, but it have increased. It also made last week, it made a top 5 stock of the week. The company, one thing I must say, and it says that all the time, that the company financial discipline helps the stock, help the company to grow because it focused on its niche and the market that it helped. So it increased based on their peers because they focus on their niche. They're able to produce and they have a stable cash flow, strong in the market demand. I looked in at value line. The financial strength is an A, timeliness 1, safety 2. I did not look at Morningstar, but from everything that to talk about the revenue growth, they said is very consistent because of the demand for from the municipalities that it is a consistent growth. For the year, it was a 15% sales increase. And since we do not have cash right now, I will recommend that we keep it on the watch list. So when we have the funds available, maybe we can buy 2 at least to start with.
Tell
Because
me
I
again.
personally bought the stock when it was $35 a share. And now it's $117 a share.
Okay, what was the size company?
A medium.
Medium.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I know we had to have medium because we had to focus on small and medium companies so we can balance off our portfolio. And this is an excellent stuff.
Excellent.
And any questions?
Yeah, I have a question. I'm trying to figure out why you didn't tell me about this so I could have bought it.
Yes, me
I
too.
don't know. I really do not, because sometimes I just go and look. What's the name of the I'm trying to remember something what the president said, and that's why I said let me look for something that no matter what, we will need a stock like this. And I just went ahead and said, oh, I did not do a SSG on it. I did absolutely nothing, but because of the circumstances and what it provide, I just went and buy the stock.
Okay. Well, good for you.
What's the price today? What's the price today?
117.78, and Value Line said it can reach up to 135, 37, 38 around there.
Good stuff. Yeah.
Okay, very good. All right. Those were the stock watchers reports. I don't think that we need to take a vote on them. We're just accepting because they were just reports. Now, the next thing on here is, do we have old business? I don't think that we have old business, but we do have new business. One of the things we want to discuss on new business is that we have had members or persons that have been coming that it appears as if they are tracking along in terms of the guidelines for membership. And there are several things that need to be done. One is to continue coming so that you can meet the attendance record. The other thing is that you need to do an SSG. And the other thing is to do a book report. So what we will be reaching out to you. We will be reaching out to you, and we will begin scheduling those SSGs. And we would like, when you do the book report, we will probably do that as an agenda item on our once a month Tuesday morning education and educational Tuesday mornings. Okay. And so you'll be featured on those meetings. Now, do Doretha and Nicole, did you want to, we specifically looked, you want to say tonight who our potential candidates are so that they know that we'll be reaching out to them to schedule their SSG and their book report?
Yes. So although I don't have an official submission stating an interest in becoming a member, Zelda Okia is eligible for membership if she's interested. And I believe Mia Ferguson and both Valencia have one additional meeting to attend in order to meet that eligibility.
Okay, very good. Very good.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so ladies, we will be reaching out to you to talk to you about definitely doing an SSG. I think that both of you ladies are pretty proficient in doing that, but naturally, if you need a partnership with someone, we will spend time with you prior to your meeting. Naturally, you probably already have a list of businesses or companies that you're interested in that you would like for us to consider. And hopefully what you'll be looking at is what we need on our as part of our portfolio. But the biggest thing is a great SSG. All right. Now, is there any other new business that we need to discuss?
No, I don't think it's new business, but I guess just as just to be aware that we are still allowing members to become eligible for membership up until I believe it is the end of this fiscal year, and we're hoping to effectively start um, acceptance into the club in January. Am I to understand that correctly?
Yes.
I don't know if we've officially set a cutoff time so that we can, ensure all of the requirements are met. So I know that, we've seen a couple of new members. I'm seeing Margaret here. I know she's been here a few times. So just wanted to express that the opportunity is still there. We're just in October, and so please continue to participate and engage with us. We'd love to have you ladies as members of our organization. So.
Okay. So we're down to question and closing remarks, and maybe those are part of the closing remarks. So members and guests, would you like to, guest in particular, would you like to come off of mute and give any ask any questions or provide any closing remarks? All right. I hear none.
Oh, I
Okay.
can speak.
Okay.
I couldn't find my microphone sticker. So those held with you. I was just wondering about the book report. This has been years since I did one. How in depth is that, or do we just pick any sort of financial book, or do you have a book list?
Well, now, Nicole, on the membership list, there were several books.
I believe it was, yes. Yes, we do have recommended books. And of course, those are ideal. Most of our members have read those. It is In Search of the Green, and I'm going to see if I could find it and put it in the chat. And the other one was Take Stock, which is actually a book written by, I guess, one of the leaders of better investing.
Ellis
That really,
Traub. Ellis Traub.
yes. Okay, so is he in the leadership role within better investing and has
Yes.
sort of, okay, you want to speak to a little bit about his skill set or background on that, Anne?
Well, Ellis Traub was the founder of the toolkit software that we now use that we call SSG. He was the creator of of the software. It used to be in a disk form, you know, floppy disk that we used to use to put in our computer to access. And he was a retired airline pilot for Eastern Airlines and realized that by utilizing the better, which used to be called NAIC, the NAIC process for how do you analyze stocks, because we were doing it by hand. And he was the first one to take that hand process and actually put it on computers. And the rest is our SSG story. Once he wrote the book Take Stock to help us understand the psychology and the methodology behind uploading that information into a computer, it took away what we used to do, like I said, with the pencil, colored pencils. Everything we see in the SSG, we used to literally do that by hand with colored pencils and a green chart. Literally, we used to plot every one of those points that you see for sales and earnings and profit. So that's the Ellis Traub story. He was one of the leaders in better investing. And actually, he's in his 90s now. So I'm going back over 30 years ago when he did that. Thank you. Now, I do want to mention, though, Zelda in particular. Zelda, we sent out a letter, or a letter will be going out once we get your contact information with all of this information in it. And so I'm not sure, Nicole, if you've got her information so that she can get the letter explaining everything that you're sharing.
I do not. Zelda, if you don't mind putting it in the chat, that would be greatly appreciated. And I am right now just putting portions, oh my goodness, of the document of the interest form so that everyone can see. It looks like it only allows me to put 1,000 characters in, so I might have to put this in bits and pieces.
Nicole,
Yeah.
because this meeting is evergreen, is streaming live on YouTube, you may want to read the instructions on how to become a member and go to the website and get the information for those people who may be interested in the future.
Okay. Well, I can definitely do that. So, as it relates to our membership requirements, let's see, these are the following criteria. All members must have an active membership with Better Investing. This will allow you to utilize the SSG or the SSG Plus online tool. All members must attend a minimum of 8 regularly scheduled virtual meetings within the 1-year time period. And this primarily is both our general meetings, which is the first Thursday of the month, and our education meeting, which is the second Tuesday of the month. All members must devote time, of course, to actually studying the stocks and being able to present a stock study using those better investing tools. All members must be willing to accept the responsibility of a leadership role. As you can see, we are a small club, and it really does help when everyone takes on a specific role. All members have to accept and acknowledge our bylaws, as well as our operating procedures. And this is done yearly as we make amendments and adjustments. You must read one of the following books. Those books are Take Stock by Ellis Traub. It's available on Amazon. It was published in 2010. In Search of the Green, How to Form Your Own Investment Club when you don't know from beans. That was published in 2005. And then, well, those are the two books that we have recommended. All members must be willing to pay the monthly dues, which at this point is $25, in addition to a yearly assessment of $200. And as you may have seen, that yearly assessment covers our accounting fees, which will provide you a K-1 for your contribution. It will cover our brokerage account, as well as our bank account fees, and any other miscellaneous fees that the club essentially generate. And then you must submit a formal application as well. And then we are strongly encouraging all members to attend at least 2 Better Investing events per year. And this can be virtually or in person. It could be your participation in another model club. It could be a Better Investing webinar that is available online. It could be the annual conference. We just want to make sure that your only source for learning and educating yourself on investing in stocks isn't just this club. So those are the criterias. I will provide the link for Better Investing because there is a 90-day membership that I believe is absolutely free, so that you can really take advantage of what that program has to offer without any real investment. So, Uchenna, if you could provide your email in the chat, I can mail you not only the interest form, but the link to Better Investing is a part of that interest form. So if you could provide that to me, I'd appreciate it. And I'm going to look for it and put it in the chat as well. Are there any questions? Okay. All right, let's see if I can put that link in the chat. All right, that's it.
Thank you, Nicole. That was excellent. Thank you. And for anybody that have any questions online that would like more information, the Nabwic Investment Club is a subcommittee of the National Association of Black Women in Construction. And you can go to nabwic.org to get more information about the organization and also the investment club. And the officer, Sharon Jackson, is our president. And the beautiful Nicole Allen on the screen here is our vice president. Our secretary is Doretha Dennis, and our treasurer is the phenomenal Carolyn Modeste. But we all work for Doretha Dennis. Thank you.
Can you spell that out again? What Maverick Investment Club? Can you spell that, please? Thank you.
Yes, it stands for the National Association of Black Women in Construction Investment Club. So NABWIC. And thank you so much, Zelda and Uchenna, for putting that in the chat. I am sending over that interest form right away.
Now,
Thank you.
thank you so much, everybody. And Doretha, I'm going to ask you, if you don't mind, if you can go to YouTube, because we want to always be mindful that we're on Zoom and we're streaming live to YouTube. So everything that we put in the chat into Zoom should also be put in the comment section on YouTube. So when people listen to this evergreen podcast, if you will, in the future, they will be able to get that same information from the YouTube. Thank you.
All right, are there any other questions or comments?
No,
All right.
motion to dismiss.
Okay, that was going to be my next point. So did you give that motion? And is there a second to Ann's motion to dismiss?
I seconded if that was the motion.
Yeah. So Ann, we're taking that as a second, as a motion and a second. Is there any other discussion? All right, then all say aye if you absolutely have to leave tonight.
Aye.
Aye.
Okay, aye. Thank you so
Aye.
much. Members, I appreciate you all, and thank you so much for our guest. It was a good meeting.
Yes.
We'll see you in a month.
Absolutely.
Bye-bye.
Okay.
No,
Bye-bye.
education on Tuesday.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Second Tuesday.
The second Tuesday, which is the
Yes, second
14th.
Tuesday.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Bye, everyone.
Thanks, ladies.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Mhm. Okay.